no better way to start a video than Mike Yastrzemski hitting a walk-off bomb as a splash hit to bring the Giants to an even 500 record. I never would have thought that I would say in 2020 that the Giants are playing 500 baseball. Another team, real quick, the Tigers, they won yet again, and they are also playing 500. Jacoby Jones hit his third home run of the season already, and I don't know if he's going to be able to keep it up, but the man has been super clutch both with his bat and in center field. He's looking like a dark horse MVP, but we have so many stories to talk about from yesterday. Nate Pearson, the top prospect for the Blue Jays, he made his debut, and he's going to get paid. Aaron Judge hit his 100th career home run, and then Joe Kelly, he was suspended for 8 games, which if you expand that to a full 162 game schedule, Joe Kelly was just suspended for 22 games. Thank you for stopping by yet again for another episode of MLB Recap. If this is your first time on the channel, we talk about baseball every single day, but without further ado, let's just get into it. We're going to talk about the Dodgers game in just a second, but I do have to report that the Phillies have yet again had 0 positive tests coming from the players. But news broke a couple minutes ago from Jeff Passan that a coach and a staff member have contracted the corona. So I don't know exactly what that means. I am a little bit afraid because the coach and a staff member are around the players. So maybe the Marlins didn't give it to the players, but maybe it was enough for the coaches to get it, and then the coaches spread it to the rest of the squad. So I'm hoping and praying and keeping my fingers crossed that in the next following days, we're not going to have any positive results from Phillies players, and we can actually have a 2020 season, because if the Phillies get it, as well as the Marlins, over half of their squads go down with this, it's going to be a bad look, and we might have to start talking about whether or not we can keep on playing. That is the update on the health situation of Major League Baseball. Now we have to go ahead and get into the Dodgers versus the Astros series, as the Dodgers got a sweep. So that's great for baseball. I know all of you Astros fans are probably super upset and probably annoyed by the entire community of baseball, but we all know that you had it coming. I don't think that any of us hate the Houston Astros. We just feel disrespected and we feel slighted because Robert Manfred really gave you guys a slap on the wrist. And it was none more evident than when Joe Kelly got an 8-game suspension without hitting anyone. So even though players cheated in the 2017 World Series, they served 0 games. Joe Kelly, even if he was banned for 1 game, that's 1 more game than Carlos Correa, Jose Altuve, Josh Reddick, George Springer, all of them combined. So it was a pretty awesome win yesterday for the Dodgers, as Edwin Diaz.
Did he just call Edwin Rios Edwin Diaz? God, Fuzzy, you're so stupid, man.
The win in Edwin. And then also I'm going to show some tweets from Marcus Stroman, who does not like the fact that Joe Kelly was suspended. Also, ex-star pitcher Jared Weaver is pretty upset as well. And then after the highlights, we'll go ahead and show a clip from Nomar Garcia-Parra as he drops the mic on the Astros. So enjoy.
Because they didn't do what was right to begin with. They didn't vacate the World Series. If they had done a proper punishment to begin with, then players, teams, organizations wouldn't feel like maybe they have to do something to get some sort of justice, because they felt like all they got was not only World Series, but a slap on the wrist.
Mike Clevenger also got in on the action by saying, "And what do the Astros players deserve, John? Just snitch and walk free and still seem confused as to why everyone's mad?" I want you guys to let me know in the comment section down below. Are you on the side of Joe Kelly, or are you on the side of the Astros by saying you can't throw a 98 fastball at someone's head? Now, others will say Joe Kelly has never had good aim and that one just got away from him. I'm pretty sure that you could say that with the curveball, but for me, I do think that the Astros are going to get hit throughout the year. I just hope that it's not at the head. I'm trying to say that right now. I'm not down for that. I don't think that you guys should have that mentality. But moving on to the Mets versus the Red Sox series, I thought that this was a really fun series to watch. Jacob deGrom had a 6-inning, only 2 earned run performance. But yet again, the Mets could not score enough runs and the bullpen could not hold it. That's just the story of life for Jacob deGrom the last couple years. I feel bad for the guy.
Going after the first pitch, soft roller, charging it. McNeil, he lost the handle on it. And a shot base hit into right field. Comes up. Little floater, backing up. He's got it. Peraza with a catch, and the Red Sox win it.
Aaron Judge hit his 100th career home run as Garrett Cole and DJ LeMahieu absolutely cruise over a win against the Orioles. Now, good on the Yankees for stepping up and playing the Orioles as they filled in for the Miami Marlins. Garrett Cole had a really good performance, and again, Aaron Judge with his 100th career home run. And then after that, even though Justin Upton hit his 300th career home run, the Mariners with Dylan Moore and Kyle Seager, they're just too much for the Angels.
Shohei rips one out toward right field. Lopes moving back on this one. He pulls up. That one is gone.
J.P. Crawford.
Solid smash up the middle. What an AB by J.P. This should and will do it. Here comes Kyle Lewis.
Before we talk about Nate Pearson and his amazing debut for the Blue Jays, I do want to go ahead and give a quick shout out to one more top prospect that is making an impact in 2020. The first baseman for the Mariners, Evan White. He's quick, he can hit for contact, he can hit for power, and he plays great defense. So if you guys are looking for a player on your fantasy league that maybe is not owned by a lot of people, look for Evan White going forward. Nate Pearson was Pablo Picasso yesterday. He was painting corners at 99 miles an hour. He did not give up any runs. This kid is going to get paid. 5 scoreless innings. But of course, what happens as soon as he gets taken out, the Nationals score a bunch of runs, and when you have Max Scherzer on the other side of the mound, you're not going to win that game if you give up any more than 2 or 3, which is exactly what happened, unfortunately, to the Blue Jays. And then also, Zach Plesac of the Indians, 8 innings, 11 Ks. I cannot believe that he is the 5th starter for the Indians, but the exact same thing happened to him. As soon as he was taken out of the game, just like Nate Pearson, the bullpen imploded. Now, I do want to go ahead and tip my cap. The White Sox are such a fun team to watch, and I think that honestly they're going to have a good chance of making a comeback and winning a few games, because the Indians now have a series against the Twins, and Lucas Giolito, he threw a great game. He looks back to normal.
Becomes more effective.
And he got him. 99 at the knees to freeze him. 3-2, and he got him. Took a little bit more off the breaking ball. And did you...
Swinging a hard ground ball to first, gets by Guerrero down the line. This may clear the bases. It's headed along the sidewall toward the corner.
And 1. Yasmani, a drive to right field on a line. Eloy, long fly ball center field. Mercado back. 2-0. Robert up the middle into center field. That's a base hit. Abreu scores. Goins on his way home. It is 4-0.
Lance Lynn dominated in 6 innings yesterday against the Arizona Diamondbacks, but then again, just like the other guys that we mentioned before, Nate Pearson, Zach Plesac, as soon as he was taken out of the game, the bullpen imploded. Now, luckily for him, the Rangers have a good enough offense with Joey Gallo and company. They still won the game. I don't know how this ball was only hit 380-something feet, but Mike Moustakas hit this baseball so far in his return from the IL that Jason Hayward, a Gold Glover, didn't even flinch. Sonny Gray threw 6 1/3 inning. He struck out 11 guys, only gave up 1 hit. Then he was talking smack. And then the cherry on top, Nick Castellanos hit a grand slam. This Reds game was absolutely jam-packed with just nothing but entertainment. So we've talked about Nate Pearson, we've talked about Zach Plesac, Max Scherzer, Lance Lynn, and Sonny Gray all having amazing days on the bump. Now, one other guy, Brandon Woodruff of the Brewers, they needed him to be electric. As Christian Yelich goes 0 for 5, and I'm scratching my head. He struck out 3 more times. He's 1 for 27. But Woodruff goes 6 1/3, just like Sonny Gray. I don't think he gave up any runs, and then he also struck out 10 hitters as the Brewers just squeaked past the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Ben Gamble sends that one way back. Oh my goodness. There's a slider and a swing and a miss, and 16 in a row for Woodruff.
Complete domination so far tonight.
2 pitch. Popped him up. This should do it. Who wants it?
The Rays were on a 4-game winning streak, and the Braves said nah. Actually, I really shouldn't say the Braves, because honestly, it was Freddy Freeman. He went 4 for 5. I believe that he was the #1 fantasy player yesterday in terms of getting the most points offensively. I mean, when you're beating the Rays and snapping their 4-game winning streak, that's a big-time dub. Now, the last 2 games, I do want to recap real quick. I had no idea that Rich Hill was on the Minnesota Twins. He threw 5 scoreless innings as they improved to 4-1, and Eddie Rosario was the only offense that they needed. And again, they're going to play the Indians now. They play today at 4 o'clock. I'm super nervous / excited. And then the Rockies, they got back-to-back good pitching performances from Sensatella and German Marquez, and then Chuck Nasty came in clutch with the rest of his crew with clutch hitting. Nice.
In breaking ball hit to Trevor Story at short. On over to first. 6 solid innings, 3 tries.
This is lined the other way. It's going to get down into that narrow corner, and Story's going to head home. Trevor with the great wheels will score on the double.
All right, guys, well, that is going to do it for today's MLB recap. I hope that you did enjoy. If you want to see more, again, do not be afraid to hit that subscribe button, because we're not going to miss a single one of these the entire 2020 season. So this is the place to be if you want to stay up to date. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hashtag free Joe Kelly.